Hi guys, you're here if you got a number 2. That means your claim isn't doing exactly what I needed it to. So in your notes, you need to be on page 6 where we start the claims notes, and then you kind of move through to claims of policy. And that's actually the notes that we're going to focus on the most. And then the other thing you're going to do is get to where you have these notes on nuanced claims. Okay, so mine already has a lot of writing on it, so I glued in an additional one. Yours looks like this. It already has some stuff on it, but I'm going to use this blank one for the video. So let's start actually way back at the beginning. So if you need to pause the video at any time, make sure you do that. Remember, claims are debatable and defensible. So debatable means that they're arguable. And that's it, that you have to be able to defend it, that it's something that other people could disagree with. So an actual fact is not debatable. Now, there are claims of fact. We talked about these, like whether or not Queenie murdered Arthur. So you can debate that kind of stuff, but on the air test, you're not going to have a claim like this. Claims are also defensible, which means they can be supported, proven, backed up, whatever, with evidence. And that's why we do argument writing in school, is because we can back it up with evidence. So claims of policy is actually what we have been doing for most of the year. It's what should we do about something. It's even like a problem and solution essay, really, if you think about it. So hopefully if that kind of triggered a light bulb for some people. So, for example, the sale of assault weapons should be banned in the United States. Brookville schools should work with local fast food chains to offer students other options at lunch. Guys, these are all simple claims, okay? So we started with these simple ones. Now we add nuance. So if you don't have a should statement, you want to start here. But then we want to add more nuance, okay, or more specifics to the claims, okay? This makes it more elevated. It makes it more of what we expect in an 8th grade classroom. So in a lot of them, we just address the opposite side, right? Although some argue that movies in the classroom are educational, here's my simple claim. Teachers should not include them in the curriculum, right? This one is that games that most kids play are actually very violent and can cause harm, right? So this is a claim of fact. And the nuance there is this part. While some say that, blah, 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 right? Though there are people who believe we should have school uniforms, that's the opposition, right? And then we have our should statement. Students and parents should not be required to take on the challenges of a shift to school uniforms. Okay? So these are nuanced claims. They address the opposite side. Now, you can also limit it to a group. This is a trickier one. So if you're like, I haven't even done this yet, just stop here and try out some claims where you address the opposite side. If you've done that and you're like, you know what, this is a really good one for this argument that I'm writing, then try limiting it. This one, it says in the case of teen drivers under the age of 20. So it's not saying all drivers should have strict laws for texting and driving. It's just saying, hey, teenagers, let's have stricter laws when it comes to children in grades 4 and below. That's the limiter, right? That's the thing that is limiting this claim. Cell phones should be eliminated. Okay, so see how the simple claim is the basis, again, but now we've added on to it. We've added a limiter, or a limiting factor. Now, the other thing you can do, and this is just like what you do with Mrs. McSorley, and this is like what you did last year with Mr. Boyd, Miss Fannin, is if these are tricky, if you're still struggling with these, start with your simple claim, and then just add your 3 points. Okay, so say I go back to that first one, it's these claims of policy, right? The sale of assault weapons should be banned in the United States. If you wanted to, you could just add a because, right? So you could say the sale of assault weapons should be banned in the U.S. because of blank, comma, and blank, right? That's also an option, especially if these other ways are just not working for you. Okay, so I want you to try out a few different ones, okay? So try out your claim, try out your should statement, figure out what it is that you're telling people they should do, and then, if I can find it, then try out one or two of these opposition frames and try out one or two of these limiters. Maybe you can limit it to a certain group of people. Okay, so go ahead and practice it a few times. You can do that in your notebook on a separate sheet of paper, and then I want you to revise your claim in your argument paper. If you have any questions, let me know. Thank you.